Lesson 7, Grandpa Farooq's Garden. Let's look at the vocabulary and words to know from the chapter. Vocabulary: Farooq, surrounded by, compost, feast, harvest, pest, surged, collected, blossomed, dying. Now let's look at the full list. Farooq, surrounded by, compost, feast, harvest, pests, surged, collected, dying, blossomed. I hope you could make out the meanings of these words from the given pictures. Now let's have a look at the words to know. Surrounded by. Surrounded by means all around it. As you can see in the picture, there is a huge circle. Let's assume that it's a dining table and all the children are all around it. So we can say that the table is surrounded by the children. Let us see how the word surrounded by has been used in our chapter. The garden was surrounded by buildings, right? Second, tar. Tar means a thick, dark and sticky paste used to make roads. If you remember, the description of Grandpa Farooq's garden says that deep in the city it was surrounded by buildings made of bricks and tar. So tar is used in making roads. We can say the road is made up of tar. Next one, compost. A mixture of vegetables and fruit waste used to make fertilizer for plants. Fertilizer means a material that helps the plants grow better. So here we can see a cycle or a process where there is a carrot in the plate, and then similarly when we eat other things, there are certain things like peels of fruits and seeds and other things which we throw away, which we do not eat. Just like in the second figure, there is an apple, half eaten apple, then there is the top of the carrot and so on. Then they are all put together in a box, mixed together, and then they are added into the soil. So this makes for a natural fertilizer or compost. We must make compost at home. It's very easy. What do you think? Simply we have to take the kitchen waste and add some dry leaves to it so that it will help us in mixing, and then we put the same inside the soil. harvest. Here, harvest means fresh fruit grown in the garden. Otherwise, harvest means when the fruits are ripe or the vegetables are ripe, we take them out from the plant. So that is called as harvesting. But here in the chapter, it says they used to feast on the fresh harvest, which means they would feast on a fresh fruit. For example, this fruit is today's harvest. Next is pests, tiny bugs that eat up plants. They are called pests. The garden was dying because of pests. With this, we have reached the end of today's video. Tasks for the day are: learn the vocabulary and write it down thrice in the notebook. Learn words to know and write them down in the notebook.